evening, ladies and gentlemen. We can please find our seats. We'll begin. We can close the doors, please. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2018. I ask you at this time to please stand for the faculty and staff of the American International School, Chennai. In just a moment, the members of the class of 2018 will begin their processional. Each will be met on stage by a sibling or friend to offer them a garland as a sign of respect. Please know that professional photographers are on hand to take photos of both the processional and the garlanding on stage, so please keep all aisles clear, and please know that you can just enjoy. You don't have to rush to take any photos. So please join me in welcoming the graduating class of 2018.
parents, teachers, friends, and family. On behalf of the AISC Class of 2018, we would like to extend you a warm welcome to our graduation ceremony, marking the end of our high school career. Today's commencement not only represents how one chapter of our lives is ending, but how another one is beginning. All of us have been excited and looking forward to this day. But there's also a hint of sadness as we leave behind the familiar and head out into the unknown. Though we will all be separated from each other soon, we will still always have the memories of the moments we've had together. Today being the culmination of our time here. So from the American International School of Chennai, Class of 2018, we thank you for joining us in this celebration and welcome to our graduation.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். 2018 ஏஐஎஸ்சி மாணவர்கள் சார்பாக பெற்றோர்களையும் ஆசிரியர்களையும் நண்பர்களையும் மற்றவர்களையும் எங்கள் பட்டமளிப்பு விழாவிற்கு வரவேற்கிறேன். இந்த பட்டமளிப்பு விழா எங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கையின் ஒரு பகுதி முடிவையும் மற்றொரு பகுதி ஆரம்பத்தையும் அறிவிப்பதாகும். இந்த நாளுக்காக நாங்கள் ஆர்வமாக காத்திருந்தாலும் எங்களுக்கு பழக்கமான இந்த பள்ளியை விட்டு வெளி உலகத்துக்கு செல்வது வருத்தமாக இருக்கிறது. நாங்கள் உங்களை விட்டு பிரிந்தாலும் உங்களுடன் இருந்த நினைவுகள் சேமித்து செல்கிறோம். 2018 மாணவர்கள் சார்பாக உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் என் மனமார்ந்த நன்றி.
Thank you for your kind welcome. In India, it is a tradition to light a lamp at the beginning of important events. The lighting of the lamp symbolizes the journey from darkness to light, from ignorance to understanding. Today, we hope this tradition brings light and understanding to the path of our students as they leave us today as graduates. I would like to invite Board Secretary and U.S. Government Representative Mr. Rich Rosing and Head of School Mr. Andrew Hoover to join us for the lighting of the lamp.
Yeah, Vikram!
Good afternoon. My name is Andrew Hoover, and as the head of school, it is my annual honor and pleasure to offer the formal welcome on behalf of the community to this ceremony to our graduates, to their parents, their families, friends, faculty, staff, and guests. We are so very pleased that you've joined us for this memorable occasion today. We're inspired by our graduates and by this annual ceremony, which marks change, as this class of students reminds us that we all do indeed eventually grow up, and that the future must inevitably change our present. So welcome to the 19th commencement ceremony of the American International School, Chennai. In the year of 2000, AISC graduated its first class composed of 4 students. And today, we celebrate these magnificent 45 young adults as they commence their journey toward adulthood, independence, responsibility, and freedom. Graduates, among you are 27 young men and 18 young women. You are talented, ambitious, globally minded, multilingual, and call home to 11 nations across the globe. Though none of you resemble any notion of average, you have been at AISC an average of 4.9 years. Nearly half of you started at AISC before high school. And so in relative terms, you've had long and illustrious careers as students here. 11 of you have been here since elementary school, and I'd like to recognize these long-term students of whom we are particularly proud today. Starting at AISC in grade 5 was Kavian Dina Thayalapandian. Arriving for grade 4 were Kadambari Balasubramanian, Shrija Kannan, Gokul Ravi Kumar, and Vikram Shiv Kumar. Beginning in grade 3 were Hayrin An and Kashav Raja. In grade 2 were Hyolin Song, Katrina Nielsen, and Mara Payne. And starting in grade 1 at AISC, Vishnu Sriram. Special congratulations to each one of you. This is a commencement ceremony, but the commencement, the beginning, for each one of our graduates has already happened. Like a maturing rose garden, you are all already in bloom. In her poem, What is Supposed to Happen, American author and poet Naomi Shihab Nye expresses the wonder of growing up that so many in this auditorium, especially the parents of our graduates, are feeling today. When you were small, we watched you sleeping, waves of breath filling your chest. Sometimes we hid behind the wall of baby, soft cradle of baby needs. I loved carrying you between my own body and the world. Now you are sharpening pencils, entering the forest of lunch boxes, little desks. People I never saw before call out your name and you wave. This loss I feel, this shrinking as your field of roses grows and grows. Now I understand history. Now I understand my mother's ancient eyes. Graduates, you remind us of how much we have to be hopeful for. You reconnect us to our own life experiences. You offer us, in this noteworthy life transition and ceremonial placeholder, perspective on time. Indeed, on history itself. So remember this moment when our community said, we believe in you. Wrestle with uncertainty, continue to learn new ways of looking at the world and your role within it. You leave here with so much experience, so much yet to learn, and with the challenge of putting what you learn to use for yourself and for others. As our seniors know, in his short story, 3 Questions, 19th century Russian author Leo Tolstoy described a king who sees success as the resolution of 3 overarching questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? Who are the people I most need? And what affairs are most important? Tolstoy's king struggles to find insight on these questions, as the most esteemed citizens of his world have only convolutions to offer. Finally, he seeks counsel from a hermit, known for his thoughtfulness and wisdom. And in the hours that follow, the king is compelled to help the hermit dig a hole and save a bleeding enemy from death. Through these acts, the hermit helps the king realize the answers to his questions. And you know what they are. The right time to do the right thing is always now. The people we need most and who need us most are those we are with at the moment. And the affairs that are most important and need our attention first are those deeds which will best serve those we are with. So graduates, we believe that you are ready to inspire and empower others and leave your unique contributions wherever you choose to make them. Stay in the moment. Consider those around you who need you the most. And remember that doing the right thing is often as simple as acting for the needs of others. Graduates, go out there and find those right things to do. Thank you. Welcome everyone to this ceremony, and congratulations, graduates.
This year's faculty selected speaker is a positive force to be reckoned with. She actively seeks opportunities to connect, to listen, and to grow. This student feels deeply and respects that everyone else does too. She thinks critically and seeks multiple perspectives as she seeks opportunities, answers, and justice. She is determined to make a difference in the world. A bona fide international kid, the student's contributions to making AISC a home for herself and others have been remarkable. A bridge amongst cultural, age, and interest groups, she is an inclusive, compassionate, and adaptable teammate and classmate. She is not afraid to speak her mind and is a courageous voice for those who are still finding theirs. Today's speaker is a student who has excelled while keeping her wits about her. Her sharp intellect and quick wit pair well with her inclination to think outside of the box. She has the confidence to ask the hard questions and to engage in the hard dialogue that sometimes follows. With a keen ability to listen and consider all sides and a willingness to step up and lead, she has truly enriched our community as an athlete, an activist, an academic, and an all-around awesome individual. She is, without any pretense, a star. I am deeply honored to introduce the faculty-selected speaker for the class of 2018, Kavya Gopinath.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, family, friends, teachers, and the class of 2018. I am honored the faculty chose me to speak at this ceremony because this is a community I have valued for the 6 years I have lived in Chennai. As a class, we have accomplished a lot over our time here. We have worked hard as athletes, artists, volunteers, delegates, activists, performers, and of course, students. And we have a lot to show for it. From GPAs and SAT scores to medals and awards, we have no shortage of evidence for what we have excelled at. At times, I feel uncertain about leaving this home we have created for ourselves, this place that has given us so many opportunities to succeed in what we do. Although we have received all these awards, those are not what we will take with us. Rather, it is the lessons we have learned that we will carry forward into the next chapter of our lives. When I look back and think about how AISC has shaped me and helped me grow, I am reminded of the relationships I have built. It is the experiences I shared with my teachers, coaches, family, and friends that have made these past 4 years meaningful. The first lesson I will carry with me is the importance of listening to others and trying to understand them. I learned this from how my teachers interacted with me. They are the reason I am able to draw the human digestive system, explain how religion influences the cultural landscape of Chennai, and proudly present a 4,000-word extended essay on being multicultural. None of these accomplishments would have been possible if not for the willingness of my teachers to listen to me and make me feel understood. One example I remember from a few months ago was when we were discussing learning habits, which usually involves us groaning and commenting on how pointless the survey is before making our way through it as fast as possible. This is essentially what went down in our psych class as well. But I was surprised because when we had our individual interviews, Mr. Basnight started by asking me why I did not like these reflections. I told him the 3 categories were constricting, and asking me to reflect within these boundaries felt forced and ungenuine. He responded by saying I could reflect on myself as a learner however I wanted, with whichever attributes felt relevant and meaningful to me. Mr. Basnight listened to my perspective, understood where I was coming from, and supported me in my endeavor to reflect and learn. And he has not been the only one. I have had moments like this with all of my teachers, in which they paid attention to me and were flexible in their teaching according to what I needed. Through these actions, they formed a relationship with me, a relationship in which I felt comfortable being open and honest, in which I was able to ask seemingly stupid questions, take risks in my thinking, and grow as a student. Thank you, teachers, for giving us the opportunity to build these relationships, and in doing so, helping us become better learners. The second lesson I learned at AISC helped me understand the power of the cliched phrase, "There is no I in team." I have played volleyball, basketball, and football since I was a 9th grader, so I think it is safe to say that team sports have been a pretty major component of my high school life. I have participated in 12 SISAs over 4 years, and I can tell you that the most memorable seasons have little to do with how many games we won or whether we received medals. My favorite seasons were the ones in which I formed the strongest bonds with my coaches and my teammates. I remember during freshman year basketball, I kept thinking, I have to get this crossover right. I have to get past this girl, and I have to make this shot. All my worries were about me as an individual athlete. I did not think about my teammates often. I did not think about what they needed or what I could do to help them, because I was really only focused on helping myself. It was not until my sophomore year that I changed. Our volleyball coaches pointed out to us at the start of the season that we had 3 12th graders on our team, so we needed to honor the seniors because this was our last opportunity to play with them. During many moments of the tournament, I was tired, frustrated, and ready to give up. But then the words of my coaches came to mind, and I remembered the teammates who would never again have this experience. Their compassion, their ability to constantly encourage me, and their humor, even in our most frustrated times, amazed me. I admired how selfless they were in both their actions and their words. They have always given their unwavering commitment to our team, and I realized they deserved nothing less from me. In this moment, I learned the importance of playing for my teammates, to make them look good. Often, what kept me going in moments of hardship was not my desire to win. Rather, it was the words of my coaches and the love for my teammates that truly motivated me. Thank you to my coaches for always showing us how to be good teammates. And thank you to my teammates for showing me what that looks like. Okay, I know as teenagers we have a moral duty to hate hanging out with our parents. Trust me, I have been there. But it was from my parents that I learned my third lesson, to embrace new experiences and to take advantage of the opportunities I had. Recently, I have been developing a relationship with my parents by spending more time together, and I actually enjoy it. In fact, I introduced my mom to my favorite TV show of all time, Avatar: The Last Airbender. And now we watch an episode every night before going to bed. I never imagined that my parents would laugh at Sokka's jokes as much as I do, and it makes me realize how much I'm going to miss these moments with them. I know this is a revolutionary idea, but my parents have done a lot for me. My whole life, they wanted me to understand how many opportunities I had. From playing new sports to visiting new countries, they are the reason I was able to find what I love doing today. Among the many lessons I have learned from them over the past 18 years, they have taught me to embrace new experiences, to try everything I possibly can because I may never have the opportunity to do so again. So thank you, Mom and Dad. The fourth lesson I've learned is what it means to be a feminist. And that is the result of all the incredible women in my life. Thank you for empowering me to speak up against the injustices I have faced, but also for teaching me how to listen, understand, and fight for those whose struggles are not the same as mine. Thank you for helping me come to terms with what it means to exist in this world as a woman of color, and for always reminding me that my voice matters. To my mom, who persisted in becoming a doctor even when her family did not want her to, who continued to work hard in her profession while also raising a daughter. Because of her, I had an amazing woman to look up to and learn from since the day I was born. To Ms. Kapadia, the first woman of Indian origin I connected with who shared my values of justice and freedom. It was through her courage and tenacity that I learned how to stand my ground even when I felt alone. To Ms. Montgomery, who has always given me a space to cry and assured me that my feelings were valid, that I was allowed to be angry and frustrated about all the inequities in this world. To Ms. Sherry, who pushed me to analyze texts for their inherent prejudice and then tear them apart for it, but also who pointed out everyday sexism and held those around her accountable. The three of you are a big part of the reason we have been able to create a safe space through Sage. So thank you. When I think about it, what scares me about leaving AISC is not actually leaving this school, but leaving all these people. It terrifies me to think of a future in which I will not be able to sob into Ms. Montgomery's beanbags or stress eat Ms. Sherry's Hershey Kisses. But I also know that even if I will not have them with me, I will have what they taught me. Because of you all, I will continue to be a confident and compassionate woman as well as a strong activist. Because of my parents, I will take new classes, join new clubs, and meet new people at college, even if it frightens me. Because of my coaches and teammates, I will work as a collaborator to make others look good. Whether it is a group project or a social justice movement, I will give my all, not for my personal success, but for a collective one. And finally, because of my teachers, I will build honest, open relationships in all my future endeavors by listening to others and trying to understand them. The lessons I have discussed so far have come easily for me. What has been much more challenging is explaining the ways in which my relationships with my classmates have changed me. Until recently, I did not know how to express my gratitude for the genuine friendships I have built here. My classmates have shown me what it looks like to be happy for someone else's success, even if you are not involved. I have also learned the importance of assuming that my friends mean well, and that a misunderstanding between us does not mean that they secretly hate me. Finally, my friends remind me how valuable it is to share the reasons for why I love them as often as possible. We can never be too appreciative of each other. So let me say now, how grateful I am for the relationships I have built with all of you over the past 4 years. Together, we went from being awkward freshmen who did things because we thought we were supposed to do them, to being leaders of AISC. From creating clubs that aim to make the world around us a better place, to the thoughtful and well-chosen tree we gifted as a class, we have taken the initiatives to do good in our community. For that, I am proud of us. I also know that this is not the end. Not even close. We still have a lot more to learn and a lot of good left to do. Whatever is next, whether it is college or a gap year, we will continue to build these relationships and learn from them. But right now, let us celebrate this community that has been there for us, supported us, and helped us grow. This community at AISC has meant so much to me over my time here, and I am immeasurably grateful for every single person who is a part of it. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2018.
Thank you so much, Kavya. At this time, I would like to invite the past and present AISC faculty and staff to rise. Each of you has contributed to the development of these fine men and women standing before you today, and all of us in this community, thank you for your service.
Let's look back, crazy clothes we wore. Ain't it fun to look back and to see it's all been done before? All those nights together are a special memory. And I can't wait for tomorrow, just as long as you're dancing next to me. 'Cause it's so clear, every year we get stronger, stronger. What's gone is gone, past is the past. Turn the radio up and hear the gas, 'cause I know we've come so far, but we've got so far to go. I know the road seems long, but it won't be long till it's time to go slow. Most days we'll take it fast, and some nights we'll take it slow. I know we've come so far, but then baby, baby, we got so far to go. We all run together, side by side and year by year. The road was filled with twists and turns, oh, but that's the road that got us here. Let's look past the bad times before this memories fade. Let's forgive but not forget, and learn from all the mistakes we made. 'Cause it's so clear, every year we get stronger, stronger. So don't give up and don't say when, and just get back on the road again. 'Cause I know we've come so far, but we got so far to go. I know the road is long, but it won't be long till it's time to
Good afternoon. Today, I am honored to introduce the student-chosen faculty speaker, Ms. Sherry Abbott. As a new faculty member this year, it didn't take long for me to discover Ms. Sherry's dedication to her students. Her ability to help students deeply explore both academic and personal issues is truly impressive. To say that she has an extensive influence on our high school community is not an exaggeration. Ms. Sherry is involved, caring, and compassionate, with a special gift for making connections to others, especially students. She is admired by members of the class of 2018, not only for scaffolding deep thinking, but also for her positive mindset, individual attention given to students, and relentless passion for teaching. One of our soon-to-be graduates notes, she not only makes sure everybody succeeds in her class, but she is encouraging and mindful. She cares about each of her students. Similar anecdotes were given time and again as I asked the class of 2018 about Ms. Sherry. It is no wonder that they have elected her as the faculty speaker at their graduation ceremony. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the student-chosen faculty speaker for the class of 2018, Ms. Sherry Abbott.
Hi guys. Hi everyone. Thanks for the invite. When I was constructing this argument about kinematics and oscillation of physics and motion, oh that's Vishal APL, sorry. I mean an even more difficult assignment, being witty yet touching, yet short, yet cohesive in a graduation speech. The challenge I had to first overcome was my belief why I should not be the one to speak today. First is the most obvious. I'm too short. I feel you should be represented by someone who can lean in theatrically with strong upper body presence, Mr. Bastnight. You can't feel the power of my message, right, like the classroom, but perhaps a more compelling reason why is the role model that I was not as a 12th grader. Some of you have already heard some of these stories, which are only taught as a cautionary tale. I will spare the larger audience the terrible, no good, very bad choices I made to pass honors chemistry. Sorry, Ms. Shira. No, instead I will show you, through the power of my official 12th grade portrait, my worst transgression. I'm going to show you first my goal, which was the advertisement, IB, of the Sun-In commercial. And then, because I do not read directions, as some of you know, there was an unfortunate chemical reaction with my perm. And then I will show you what my twin sister said I look like instead. Are you ready? This is what I wanted. This is what I got. So did you see what I did there? I just began a what? An argument, thank you. We're back to teaching an argument, Apurva. Hey Ren, will you open the argument please? It's for the parents, you guys have all memorized it. So what I did right was a self-deprecating anecdote to humanize the speaker. Here's my favorite geometric shape. So I'm going to share a few arguments because I know that you think that today my ethos is powerful. I'm highly credible. I'm clearly a teacher. And for most of you, a motherly presence, a candy provider, a stuffed animal comfort provider, a forgiver of broken couches, twice. So I'm in the group of them, the teachers. Yet my ethos is even more powerful today because I'm also all the other thems, the family, the parents. So I'm steeped in ethos, people, yes. I just stated a sentence I removed more than once from your AP Lang papers. I got ethos. So let's begin. Teaching is, of course, as I will argue first, to correct an assumption you have been harboring. Yes, a counterclaim. Teaching is actually, believe it or not, almost impossible to get right, being both an art and a science. I have taught a long time. As most of you know, my artistic talent is limited to drawing triangles, amazing, and lines that always go downhill. But what you may have missed, of course, is that with you, I've helped create the art on the canvas that is you. And as I've already stated twice, scientific reasoning is where I'm still earning a developing. But I have a logic-based equation, and it's pretty simple, and bonus points, it's alliterative. Rigor plus relevance plus relationships equals rewards. Yeah. When we, the teachers of AISC, have provided the rigor, the relevant material, and the caring relationship with you, your learning has been the reward. Getting you, Jihei, and you, Julie, and you, Katrina, to speak your truth to me, to yourself, with confidence and clarity, that has been the reward. It's not the grade on the summative, and it's not even how few students ask to do the retake. Rather, it's those moments when you say, Ruchir, I got it, Miss Sherry, really, I got it. Or when Mario says, let's do it. Or Hyomin says, oh. Or Jaehoon says, ah. And to you, Hayrin, Enan, Jordan, your handwritten work is still imprinted on my brain, yes. When you asked and asked and asked to meet with me to help you write your way into an argument, you're entrusting me and trusting us that when I provided the rigor, when I made it relevant to your culture, your experience, your interests, and then through the relationships we built in class, that learning is really the only reward. And of course, my other teaching argument is, remember the starfish? Oh, do I need to explain it? No. I'll cut to the end, okay? When there are thousands of starfish in the sand, and there's one for each of you downstairs. When there are overwhelming number of problems in the world, when someone tells you not to bother cleaning up that dirty beach, or there's too many underserviced schools, or your opinion will get lost. When others question and say, why does it matter? What do you say, Vikram? What? It matters to this one. Yeah. I have a similarly important argument, yes. But instead of you being the audience, dear children, you are the second S, which stands for Aww. Parents, you are the audience. My ethos statement to you is, I understand. I'm also looking through the same lenses at our children tonight. They think, when we look at them, that we see their adult selves, their high heels, their beards. Yet the lenses we are looking through are filtered through thousands of moments from their past. The toddler, the snuggler, the big brother or big sister, the birthday boy or girl. So be kind to us, dear class of 2018. This is what our brains are doing right now. Remember, we knew who you were before you did. So parents, my argument for you comes from the great poet named Khalil Gibran. His wisdom for us, parents, has been adapted into a song, and in a never-before-seen moment, I'm going to pull out a ukulele and sing the words to you. Ready? Can't play, Nate? can't sing it. So luckily, Naveta and Anya are going to sing to us. Thanks.
Your children are not your children. They are the sons and the daughters of life, longing for itself. They come through you. They are not from you, though they are with you. They belong not to you. You can give them your love, but not your thoughts. They have their own thoughts. They have their own thoughts. You can house their bodies, but not their souls. For their souls dwell in a place of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You can strive to be like them, but you cannot make them just like you. Strive to be like them, but you cannot make them just like you.
So, dear parents, our children are not our children.
We're the sons and daughters of life, longing for itself.
They come through us, but they are not from us. And though they are with us, yet they belong not to us.
You may give us your love, but not your thoughts.
We have our own thoughts. We have our own thoughts.
We may house their bodies, but not their souls.
For our souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams.
You may strive to be like us, but you cannot make us just like you.
We strive to be like us, but you cannot make us just like you.
For life goes not backwards, nor delays in yesterday. Thanks, beautiful women. Now, my dear class of 2018, I wish to tell you what you have taught me. You are not the second S here, you are the evidence. Nate, my biological child, my Bubba, my Chotu Motu, my little potato. I won't gush now, okay? I'll save it for the parent video, okay? This class is evidence that tomorrow will be better than today. Donghyun, Uday, Kavya, Bhavya, Enin, your passionate caregivings for others who have less than us shows me you will right our wrongs and bring more equity to the world. Keshav, Bomsuk, Vishnu, Soyoung, Gokul, your impressive talents and academics of the arts inspire us, and I wonder what beauty and knowledge you will create we cannot even imagine is possible now. For all of you, my final argument is not a counterclaim, but an affirmation. One you already know because it's so powerfully present in the room tonight. It's how we feel about you. And when words fail me, 10th graders, what makes things matter? That's right, poetry. E.E. Cummings called it the deepest secret nobody knows, but I think it's the deepest secret you already know. It is the root of the root and the bud of the bud and the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than the soul can hope or the mind can hide. This is the wonder, dear class of 2018, that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I'm never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear. And whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darlings. We fear no fate, for you are our fates, my sweets. We want no world, for beautiful, you are our world. We carry your hearts with us, because we carry them in our hearts. Congratulations.
I forgot that I'd be crying. The senior class nominated speaker is one of AISC's most remarkable students. He so well represents his remarkable class. Snapshots of him that epitomize the class of 2018. Audacious academic ambition. Sitting for a total of 13 AP classes and 14 AP exams, and earning AP Scholar with distinction in the AP International Diploma as a junior. Courage and perseverance. Trying out for, and not always making, the basketball and soccer teams. And making huge contributions as a SISA athlete, as a junior and a senior. Service. NHS demonstrated renewed vigor and impact on our school and on Chennai under his leadership this year. World-class achievement. He's a National Merit Scholarship finalist. He ranked as the second-place individual among thousands of students in the World Scholars Cup 2017, and with his AISC team also earned second place in the world. As Mr. Hoover mentioned, he has been a member of the class of 2018 since 2005. Elementary school and middle school and high school staff, and of course, the class of 2018 celebrate his achievements with him and recognize that he represents them and us spectacularly well. His class chose him, I'm sure, with these remarkable achievements that represent them so well in mind. He embodies the class of 2018's talent, uniqueness, independence, their commitment to excellence, skepticism, and camaraderie. Please welcome the senior class nominated speaker, Vishnu Sriram.
Jai Vishnu!
Faculty, friends, family, thank you for attending our graduation. Now, in case any of you don't know yet, I've been at AISC for 12 years. As at any international school, people came and went so frequently that it was really hard to put a label on our class. As we got older, turnover went down, we really became the class of 2018. And every class has some sort of reputation.
Do any of you guys know what our reputation is? Yes? No? Maybe?
Okay, I'll tell you. Our class loves AISC more than any other. I'm planning on becoming a lawyer, yes. I'm on up, not a historian or something like that, a lawyer. So I have prepared my evidence. Exhibit A, Senior Skip Day. A classic American tradition where we seniors show we can't be controlled anymore by taking a day off. Our school gently incorporates this tradition by allowing us the pre-selected day where we get to skip. Most senior classes skip, maybe even have a party. Us, on the other hand, we just couldn't miss one day. Subu and I came for basketball practice. IB students came for IB things. One of us even tried going to class, Vikram. That's how much we love our school, though. Even when you tell us we don't have to come, we come anyways. Exhibit B, the senior prank. Another wonderful part of American high school where seniors break the rules, typically by causing some sort of minor inconvenience. So the school asked us to think of a prank that we could get pre-approved. But our class has such civic pride that we decided a prank would simply be inappropriate. Why sully the name of our beloved school with a prank? So guess what? You all got pranked by our love for our school. But I just want to let you guys know that I still think we should have gone with my idea. It was going to be a public grudge match between Will and Ruchir. Hashtag Team Giraffe. Exhibit C, former class of 2018 students. You want to guess how many former class of 2018 students there are today? 5. Charlie, Ben, Leanna, Sang-hyuk. I'm so glad you guys are here for our graduation today. You guys think I don't know how to count? The last member, Junhyuk Song, was in our class from 1st to 6th grade. He loved AISC so much he decided to come back 3 years later. They may have put you 2 grades below us, Junhyuk, but they gave us Hyolyn, so it's okay. I could keep giving you examples, but I won't. Hang on, let me see what else I got here. Oh. You guys remember when I made my pitch to be class speaker, I told you guys you could ask for things to get put into the speech? Yeah? Yes? Yeah? This led to a grand total of 1 request. My amazing prom royalty partner, Will, asked me to say, "I love the smell of WD-40 in the morning." And now I don't know what that means, I'll have to ask him. I didn't print it, I swear. Okay. Now it's time for a subject shift. Yes, Ms. Sherry, you're welcome. I don't know about all of you, but for me, when something ends, a highlight reel plays in my head. Except they aren't really highlights. They're every mistake I made within that time span. My 9th grade reel was really rough. I'm glad I can be friends with you now, copying though. Did you all know that Vikram and I founded a service club in 10th grade? It didn't really work out. Vikram, I still love you though, don't worry. Now that school is ending, I'm fantasizing about everything I could have done differently. I lie in my bed and think, maybe certain things would have gone better if I just worked a little harder, or if I'd spent my time a little more wisely, been a little kinder here or there. Even our past successes can bring down our current self. The statements like, "You're not as good as you were last time," or "life was just so much better before," can also make us feel worse. Our own history can eat away at us, whether it is a reminder of our mistakes or the tragedy of fleeting happiness. I usually tell a story at this point in a speech, but today is special, so I'm mixing it up with a metaphor. Our life is a book, and we are the authors. We choose what happens in the moment, but unlike real authors, we can't revise what we write down. Those mistakes that I was talking about earlier are permanent. You can't erase them. But that isn't the problem. The danger comes from letting the world around you tell you what your story means. The world will look at those mistakes and try to make you feel small. You may even begin to buy into this flawed interpretation. So I want to urge you to not let the outside tell you what your story is. Yes, you are the author, but you are also the most important reader. Everyone around you will tell you what your past means and how you should feel about it. But they're working with bits and pieces. You are the only person with all the chapters. Only you can give your past meaning. I love AISC, but not all of us have to. Neither I nor anyone else here can tell you what to feel. When you go back and remember your time here, acknowledge everything, the good and the bad. Once you, and only you, own your past, then it can never be used against you. Class of 2018, this chapter for all of us is ending with this graduation. And in times of great change like this, I like to remember what Dr. Seuss said. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Thank you so much, class of 2018.
feel high, slumber party, pillow fight. My eyes on your eyes, I beat again up in the sky. My best friend's house tonight, gonna be till bedtime. Don't take me so tight, don't wave no goodbye. Don't take me so tight, don't kiss me goodnight. If you love somebody, better tell them why they're here, 'cause they just may run away from you. You'll never know what went well, then again it just depends on how long the time is left for you. I've had the highest mountains, I've had the deepest river. You can have it all, but life keeps moving. I'll take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Been like this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, eh? Been holding it in for a while, eh? Take me with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world.
And now, the moment you have all been waiting for. Mr. Hoover, Mr. Rosing, Ms. McLamory, and Mr. Lepowski, kindly join me on stage for the awarding of the diplomas.
Hayrin Leah An. Apurva Anadi. Jordan Archer. Kadambri Balasubramanian. Anukriti Bisht. Bumsak Cha. Enin Chu. Kavian Dinadayalapandian. Kavya Gopinath. Mario Grippe. Jaehyun Jung. Bhavya Bharat Joshi. Shrija Kanan.
Yeah, Shrija.
Ruchir Khanna. Junghoon Kim. Jiho Kim. Jihae Kim. Jiwon Kim. Yunsuk Robert Kim. Jacob Knudsen. Sora Kubota. Donghyun Lee. Sungyeon Sprinkle Lee.
Emilia Linnea Mayakari. Nathan Malone. Yunja Nam. Katrina Ria Bach-Nilsson. Singyun Julie Oh. Jungwoo Park. Sa-young Park. Mara Nanette O'Brien Payne. William Aaron Pratt. Jaso Pugh. Nikhil Rachamadugu. Keshav Raja. Subramaniam Ramesh. Gokul Ravi Kumar. Uday Saharia. Dhananjay Singh. Vikram Sivakumar. Hyunjung Song. Hyolin Song. Vishal Sriram. Vishnu Sriram. Sanjay Vijay.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask that you stand and remain near your seats until our recessional has concluded. Will our faculty and staff kindly line the walkway? This gesture is symbolic of their support for these fine young men and women standing before you today. They entered this auditorium today as students, but they will exit as graduates. Hyolin Song, student body president, please come forward and face your classmates. It is with pleasure that I present to you the class of 2018. much for coming. We'll see you downstairs.